Where did you get the idea to do art? Where did that come from, and what did you do about it?
I always drew cartoons, and when I realized that I couldn't be an NBA, when I realized I couldn't be the next Michael Jordan, I decided to be an artist, I guess. But that's what I wanted to, I wanted to be a basketball player, and then I realized it just wasn't happening, so I took the next best thing. But so, he took every other pressure off aside from when he said, you work in your studio and I'll do everything else, and I'll tell you about everything else, but you don't have to handle anything else, And there's this girl in this country, and this girl in this country, and this girl in New York who will do anything that you need them to do, and if you need anything more, you call me. And that took a lot of pressure off. But actually, just today, when these guys arrived, it was like, you realize that, like, your social context has a lot to do with, like, success also or something like that. And when, like, my crew comes in, I realize, like, oh, look at all these fucking crazy kids. We all hang out together, we're all in crew. We even got our own little, like, writer, curator who we roll with. And, because everybody likes them, and then everybody likes that guy, and everybody likes this guy, and then you're all together, then, those people like them, like you, and whatever, it just makes your world that much bigger. And I have a lot of other artist friends, like artists that I really like that I'm friends with, that all of my friends have become friendly with, but it was definitely like my pursuit because I like their work kind of thing, that I've like opened up, other channels, whatever. But all these guys have become really friendly with them also, and like I've become really close with them, and it's nice to have like, other people to bounce off of, and like work that you like specifically, like, artists that you specifically like their work, as opposed to like some that, because we all met when we were like kids. Sure. And it's just coincidental, everything that's happened since then almost.
But what's happening in your art that turns you on the most right now?
What about my own work turns me on?
What's your own work, yeah.
I don't know, I guess all of it, basically.
Really? Equally?
Yeah, I mean, it's all like one thing. I mean, I create it all like together, I guess. I don't know. It's not like I make certain pieces that I like more than other pieces. I mean, there are like really big pieces in the show that like a person who's looking to buy some stuff might want, but like there's a little photograph or a little drawing that like is just as important to me as like some big thing.
I think the difference here between your work and that of Ryan McGinley is that yours swelled and Ryan just hit like that when it hit, right?
Yeah, but I mean, in the relative scheme of things for artists, mine might have been like this also, but it's just like nobody could have done what this guy did.
What should we expect coming up? You've got Berlin, you've got London, you've got PS1.
PS1. But this Berlin show is also maybe I feel like it's gonna be the end of whatever I've been working on for the last 4 years, and so I don't really know what to expect next, because I'm gonna do something else, but I'm not quite sure what yet.
Who are the artists whose work you would really admire, excluding anybody who might be in this building right now?
Like Urs Fischer and Rudy Stengel are some of my favorite, like two of my really, really favorite artists now. I was like really lucky at the Whitney Biennial. I got to install my work basically as part of one of Urs Fischer's installations. He cuts these huge holes in these walls, and my rocks were like seen through those holes. And Rudy Stengel's painting was like looking, it was a self-portrait of himself, and he was kind of looking at my rocks. It was this giant self-portrait of himself. Like, and Rudy and Urs share a studio together. They're close friends. And so they basically did this one installation together. And I really like backdoored my way like into their installation, like whether they liked it or not.
What about way back? Is there anything that affects you strongly?
Rouchet has always been like my hero, whatever.
Really? Why?
I mean, he was just like, he just has had the biggest impact on me. I mean, I just think his work is the greatest, and as far as like any other artist, he's definitely had the largest impact on my work.
Let's talk about the bathroom painting for just a moment. First time you showed it to me was when you were working on it, and it was probably about 2/3 done, but you still had a ways to go, maybe a little less than 2/3 done. And I know you had been working on it forever. Did the concept evolve while you were doing it, or did you know everything, including the shoes, all the way through?
No, I mean I do. I had an idea of how it was gonna look when it was finished when I started it, which changed as you know. I mean, I took the picture of the bathroom, so the bathroom is you know the same as when I started. But I guess it was supposed to be Tinkerbell, which it's not. It's the blue fairy from Pinocchio.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be Tinkerbell originally, and then I decided it was going to be this one, and then I decided that she was going to be invisible, except you were only going to be able to see her in her own reflection, which I guess, like, I was thinking about, like, vampires, but this is the opposite of vampires, because vampires are invisible in their reflection, but no, it changed. I don't think that, like, this is a Madonna from a Raphael painting, and I don't think she was there from the start, and, yeah. I mean, this definitely, this whole area, which is, like, my favorite part of that whole show, this whole like blank area was supposed to be a door. No, this little piece right here has had probably the biggest, was like probably had the most impact on like my work that followed it.
Yeah.
Like this little strip right here was like really inspiring for me.
Wow.
I mean, like obviously it's there, and it's only what it is because it's next to this. So, you know, this is just as important. But like me making that decision was like a really it was like really important for me, and like I found that to be like really the most exciting part of that show.
What's exciting you the most these days? The show, of course.
Yeah, this show is so all over the place. Somehow I think maybe it all makes sense, but it's not like a focused idea or like one road or anything like that. I don't really know. I'm not like I'm pretty much the worst at explaining my work, but this show especially is like so scattered, but somehow it kind of like all comes back together. But I mean, maybe the most inspiring thing is just the like nonsense that we're all surrounded by, I guess.
I think you and I first met on East 7th Street when you guys were living there, and then when you came up to Vermont. You're just one of the coolest people I know, so I'm really happy you did this. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Jack.